Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you, and we welcome you to the beautiful Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino here in Las Vegas, Nevada, as it's time for the featured bout of the evening. All right, and here we go, live from the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's time for the bout you've all been waiting for, the main event of the evening, 12 rounds of boxing for the heavyweight championship of the world. Introducing to you first the challenger on my left, fighting out of the blue corner, entering the ring wearing white trunks with red trim. His record stands at 38 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, with 29 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 1988 Olympic gold medalist, the former 2-time and undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Here is tonight's challenger, introducing Lennox Liwes. And his opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the red corner, the defending world champion, entering the ring wearing red, white, and blue trunks with a record of 35 wins, 2 losses. He has 29 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight he is making the first defense of his title. Please welcome the WBC, the IBF, and the IBO heavyweight champion of the world, the hard-hitting Hasim, the Rahman.
All right, pull up that t-shirt. Jack, we went over the rules in that dressing room. I expect a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Remember, guys, I'm fair, but I'm firm. God bless you. God bless America. Touch them up.
This being boxing, we often get uncommon sense.
Rahman is pretty dry.
That is not good, is it, George?
That's the way you want to be caught.
You suppose Lennox Liwes is alert and aware enough to note that Rahman is dry.
Position. When a guy's dry like that, don't let him get...
Back with the jab, trying to get that weapon started just as he did.
Give him time to be hit and move out of the way.
Neither man, 2 losses against Moskai Aventura. Both came when he got trapped against. Hard right hand by Liwes over the top, lands on Rock.
Gloves and that blood. Left jab, he has to constantly move. He can't stand there and see if the jab land. He got to step, jab, step, step.
Halfway,
at least for the moment. Liwes, his normal patient self, come to him.
In the first fight, Rahman.
If you're in left,
somebody is bleeding, and I think it is Rahman because
Rahman's left eye. And that left eye was bleeding in South Africa for Rahman in South Africa, and he's bleeding above the left eye now. I'm told that the replay is going to show the right hand was on the chin.
It's a good right hand, that's for certain.
The left eye, that is his lead eye. It's the eye that Liwes will for Hasim Rahman from the get-go.
Keep pumping the jab, baby. Watching the right hand.
That jab is doing a toll. You done hurt him already. Put the right hand behind him. Yeah. You're okay, baby. My girl got you. You're okay.
Let's take a look at it.
that could have been the jab, and
Have to do it. Punch to do it.
Jabs in round 1, Liwes on Liwes. In those fights in which he throws more than 30 jabs per round, he's awfully hard to handle. So he's off to a good start as well.
He's allowing Liwes to use his back, should always be 2 feet from the rope.
Nevada State athlete. If he throws 37 jabs around, Emmanuel Stewart, his trainer, is going to be prosecuting the fight. There's a left hook that lands and a right to the body.
Liwes only
Steps back. That's part of the plan. Jab, step back, keep.
Now Liwes is getting closer to the ropes. This is what Rahman should want. Same right hand is always there for you.
Liwes trying to keep his jab upstairs. Now he thinks that worked so well for Rahman in South Africa.
Let go.
some of the jabs.
That's where it has to be. It's got to be hard. It's got to puff you up so that you can
There have been times when he's just been sort of painting his opponent, but he's throwing some hard left hands tonight.
This is indeed a very aggressive jabbing performance. Jab to the top of the head, then bring the right hand over the top, George. He loves to up on the head.
Once again, Lewis's legs are a little too close to the ropes. That back is getting even closer now. He's got to stay in the middle of the ring. Rahman is starting to get him to go on the ropes now.
Working his way back into it.
He's got his body, got Lennox back on excellent position now. Stay in the middle of the ring.
Lennox misses with a big...
Take that away from him. Even if you want me to stand in front of him and shield it in front of him.
You got to stay alert, man. He's going to get desperate now.
Go, baby. Look. Tip the lip. Once that jab starts landing, you know that.
Here's Liwes after throwing a series of jabs, lands a clean left hook. That is one stiff jab.
And he's thrown, which he's averaged 30 jabs per round. Through round 2, by count punches, 55 are jabs. So it has been a jabbing contest of right hand in round number 1.
And he drew blood, so under Lewis's skin with the taunting, but Liwes got under his.
Lewis's corner told him, don't worry about the left hand, don't worry about the hook. Just stay out of it, but you got to step back to your left every now and then and make him throw the hook. Left hook. So what do you want to do is make him throw him. Just make him do it.
And contends in sparring, his left hook is getting better. As for that matter, has Liwes. There's a left hook by Liwes.
Now you don't want to get too overconfident with a guy who's knocked you out.
Rahman trying to pass. Liwes lands another stiff jab and Rahman backs back out.
There's the hook.
Seems for the moment, George, to have nullified Rahman's right hand.
He's not a Lennox Liwes who is especially defensive.
This is a Lennox Liwes who's commanding the same way he did not do it in South Africa.
Make him, there you go. Make a believe out of that. Lennox's knees are trembling already because of a left hook. Rung his bell.
Doubles up and triples up on the jab. He's jabbing to the body again.
Liwes' hands are down. He's close to the rope.
You can change up on this man now. You don't have to. You can start just saving yourself.
Just put them hands up. That kills everything. Just keep doing that. You can't get over your. Why are you moving the bucket for us?
Lennox Liwes may have been outwitted by him.
First 3 rounds have followed the Liwes plan, 34 jabs per round. He landed 17 out of 34 jabs. Harold Letterman, how'd you score the first 3 rounds?
Okay, Jim. 3-0 Lennox Liwes. Jim, when a guy circles to his right, like Lennox is doing, it's an that can't hit him with that big right hand. Good ring generalship for Lennox Liwes. The punch. Watch this. Lennox is always going to land the first punch.
To ask his fighter to be even more aggressive, Emmanuel Stewart.
You know, even his own corner said to him, just keep your hands high. They're telling him not to counterpunch.
Boom! It's been turned. Is it reversed? Lennox Liwes got revenge.
It's Rahman complaining in the corner that he didn't get a virtually perfect fight.
Emmanuel Stewart asked him to
made the ordinary fighter look like an ordinary fighter.
In which Rahman was forced to take this because our fighter Lennox Liwes is getting older.
In the opposite direction. He's been converted. Something else. Beautiful stuff.
This is what summoned the Holyfield if he had decided to be more aggressive. Rahman totally out of position.
He did it by long range. That's most importantly. He didn't try to close in. That's the way you want to fight a puncher.
And he set it all up with the left hand, putting his left hand in Rahman's face, mixing in the left hook every once in a while with jab and right hand. It was hook and right hand.
And you know what? The old saying, never follow a punch. Rahman made the fatal mistake. I'm going to follow you no matter what you jab me.
He showed he had no respect for Lennox Liwes.
No respect for Rahman, and he tasted canvas.
So now there's here, and Lennox regains what he surely believes is his...
No respect. He didn't repeat. Beaten in the chest, he just threw bone. And by the time the sweat was there, he's already caught a bloody eye.
He had scored the first 3 rounds all for Liwes. So he's Jimmy Lennon Jr. for the official particulars.
Ladies and charge, Joe Cortez reaches the count of 10. The winner by Lennox Liwes.
Liwes advantages in all categories. He landed 24 more that he threw. He painted Rahman with power punches, mostly right cross, and knocked Rahman out. There you have it. Total throws, 30 jabs per round. You can't handle him. Rahman could not.
Good, Jim. Congratulations, Lennox.
Well, I seen a little twinkle in his eye, you know. Plus I've been.
How did you turn into a positive for you?
I didn't even hear the question.
I'm sorry. All the anger that you had welling up in you because of the taunting, because of your
Africa, yeah. I said that the belts were on loan.
You didn't give your absolute best effort. You didn't take him seriously in Africa.
That fight, and he got through with a great punch. We're in the heavyweight business. I was very focused. I didn't want to get into the hoopla. I was just showing the world that I was focused.
The first few rounds,
winning.
You described. Was that the plan?
Yeah, just to give him some movement. He couldn't take the movement moving.
All right, let's go now to the fourth. Let's go to the fourth. Tell us what you saw. Emmanuel told you in the corner you can be more aggressive. What did you?
I'm gonna try and reach around him with a hook. He sticks his arms out, and more time he's watching out for.
Emmanuel Stewart also said to you, look, this man doesn't counterpunch. You can attack him.
To think about. Kitchener Waterloo, big up.
What does that mean? It was speculated before this fight that.
Well, I definitely wasn't gun shy, Plus, I wanted to knock him out.
In his pre-fight antics from the fight at the ESPN.
I showed a lot of disrespect there, and I just was keeping all these things inside.
There are a number of fighters out there who you could fight, whether it's Johnson, it could be Vladimir Klitschko. Where do you?
11 is coming up, and I was fighting a guy named Magnovich on very satisfying for me because a lot of people had me count out. They said I was too old. They went out and did it.
Thank you very much, Lennox. Congratulations again.
Yeah.
We'll go across the ring and try to get a word with Hasim Rahman as we take it to Larry Merchant with the now former heavyweight champ Hasim Rahman.
Thank you.
Well, I thought he was attacking more early than last time and provided. But basically, the whole situation is it ain't no dominant champions. I got to give him respect. He prepared well. He was in shape. He threw a nice, hard right hand.
Was his left jab more?
I think it was not only his jab, but his distance. He did a good job fight. He must study the tapes pretty good. And you can't take nothing away from him. But as you know...
Look at what happened in the fourth round, Rock. And in the round before you finished him in South Africa.
He led with these big, strong guys, lifting an enormous amount of weights. Look, it was a good shot, And I wasn't able in the first round. It was dripping, but, I had to go on. I ain't even really want to par it. If a fighter get knocked out, is how they come back. He came back, showed he a true champion.
Against him before the fight. Helped him at the end of the day?
He kept my jab away, and he kept his distance. I thought he fought, unfortunately, and I just got to go back to the drawing board.
I take it from your comments that
who can fight, who I'm not supposed to be able to beat, as always. And
you took the biggest gamble of all.
Not at all. Who says I took less money? My purse ain't tallied up yet. Tell me what I made. Can you tell me what I made?
No, I'm not a... Thank you very much, Rock. We'll see you again.